Okay, I'm going to begin shortly. Just allow me a minute. I know that a 10-minute break is too short. Time just runs. The next break will be longer for lunchtime. Okay, let's begin. Okay, I'll begin with this question here. We have a question from Venkatesh. For senior management reporting, do we use milestone chart or bar chart? Which one is more detailed? It's actually important to know the different types of chart. So we got the bar chart, sometimes known as a Gantt chart. Gantt is the name of the person who invented the bar chart. I'm going to show you that as well. Those are more popular among project teams. So if you are a project manager and you want to check the progress with your team members, you will definitely use the bar chart or Gantt chart. But when we report to management or senior management in particular, we can't really report in too much detail. So therefore we need summary charts. So summary charts, for example, milestone chart is like a summary chart. That's why they're more popular with senior management. You might have also heard about Pareto charts. Yeah, Pareto charts are also popular with senior management because in a Pareto chart you can see which issues are priority and which issues are less priority, rather than reporting to senior management all the types of issues and the count of issues. Yeah? So we need to tell them what is more important. A quick look at the Pareto chart will tell them what is important. So we look at the Pareto chart afterwards in quality management, though it is not part of the PMP course, but can be very useful. Okay, I'm going into presentation mode. So as always, we've got the planning process first, plan schedule management, similar to plan scope management. So we'll just spend just a few minutes on this, not too much. It's mainly about understanding how the scheduling should be done, what kind of tools are required, what methodologies will be used, and how the schedule will be documented, how the schedule will be revised, how the changes to schedule will be managed, what kind of tolerances will be applied on schedule activities. Are we allowing 10% delay, 20% delay, 2% delay? If there is significant delay, do we need approval for someone from someone senior, yeah, from the sponsor or someone? Those are the kind of policies which can come in this schedule management plan. So therefore, that's the only output we have here on the right side. And we just have basic analysis of alternatives, discussions can be done. Project charter will be available. And because it's not about creating a schedule itself, therefore we don't need the scope baseline. You won't see the scope baseline as input. We will need the scope baseline when we try to create an activity list. Yeah, and we try to develop the overall schedule, but not yet. So what is the schedule management plan? The key output here. It's a subsidiary plan, as you know. Also remember one more thing. These are not subsets of the project management plan. The word subset is incorrect. You should remember it's a subsidiary plan or a component of the project management plan. Describes how to perform the schedule management processes. It varies as per project needs. It provides accuracy levels, units of measurement, variations and limits allowed, how to measure the schedule performance, how to do the forecasting and reporting, all that. So look at a sample and also understand the meaning of accuracy as well. Schedule management approach, how the schedule will be controlled, how the schedule changes will be handled. Are there any limits for variances? How scope changes will impact the schedule. Yeah, so these are the things. And let's move on and check out. Approach is very textual, but one thing I picked up here is it is mentioning that once the schedule is created afterwards, it should clearly tell us what are the milestones for these things. For example, in the project schedule, it should clearly mention when the project kickoff will happen, when the approval of roles will happen, what is the timeline for approving the requirements definition. So these are some of the policies to be ensured in the schedule. The dates for these should be specified in the schedule. So that's one of the things in the approach. And it also says that the WBS will be used to create a schedule. That will be a key input for the scheduling. And if I go down, how the schedule will be controlled, there are some textual things here on what frequency the weekly meetings or whatever will happen. The status updates will happen. And this one is good.